Hey, well, we're gonna build a workbench. Got a need for a workbench at a new house, so I'm gonna go ahead and construct that. I think I got a week and a half off here, so lots of materials. We've got some cold, rainy weather, so I thought it would be nice to stay inside and maybe do a little work. So, workbench, kind of a Sloyd style bench. I don't know about the tool well part, but as far as heights go and construction, um, that's what I'm planning. And what you're looking at is the back legs, the taller ones there, and the front legs. And we're building this for somebody who's not very tall. So the front legs are at about 32 inches, maybe actually more. They're at about 33 inches once I get the top put on. And the back, we're going to have a shelf on the back, so that's at about 48 inches, which is going to go kind of nicely under a window, as I mentioned in the garage. So we'll see how things go. I'm just starting things out, and then I got my legs started and some layout, and then I'm going to look to make some rails and do some construction as far as probably mortise and tenon, mostly on the joinery, maybe some lap joint, and maybe some butt joints with some glue and screws too. So anyway, no time constraints, just kind of having some fun. And well, okay, these are the four legs, and this is how I like to lay things out to start with. I like to put arrows everywhere that's going to connect, so that I got my front legs and my back legs and arrows, and I can see where the rails are going to go. And again, this is just the beginning of layout, but maybe the most important step, so that I don't make a mortise where I don't want it, basically. But here we go. Okay, the 1-inch deep end lap joints on the back legs next. Well, we had to build a fire today. Yeah, definitely cold. We got winter, and it's wet. And well, actually, I just plugged it in. Isn't this thing great? You never have to feed it. And actually, it's not even really hot, but there is a heater in there, kind of ambiance. Well, I haven't really got a chance to talk about the material too much, but I'm using this old growth fir, Doug fir, probably right out of our local forests here. And I've been kind of storing this away for some future project, and lo and behold, here we are. So perfect for some leg material, just super tight grain, and so predictable when you put a chisel to it. You know how your chips are going to come off, and so it's just been a joy to work with. So I'm finally using some material that I've been rat holing for a while, and it feels good. Okay, well, I'm working on the ends here. These are the leg assembly, and this is the top edge, and so it's looking like I'm gonna miter the top rails here. You can see those nice 45s there, and then down here I've got these mortise and tenons. So I've got the mortises cut. I'm gonna cut the tenons next, and again I'm gonna construct 2 of these, and then I'll worry about the long pieces. So we're looking at about 22 inches deep on this bench, and I'm not sure on the length yet, maybe around 5 feet. So that's next. Okay, well, I did get everything glued up as far as the sides, legs, rails, sides. Then I'm going to do the long links at about 5 feet. Well, okay, I got this bottom rail done. This is the mortise and tenon on the lower part, which is the same as on the sides. And I got that clamped up without any glue. And I'm looking to produce this piece, this upper rail, and the front upper rail right here with 45s that kind of wrap it and give that strength up on the top. And so that's what I'm working on next. And again, no glue. I'm just trying to cut joinery and dry fit with clamps, and then I'll give it the big glue after it looks like everything's in good shape. So away we go. Okay, here we are. I got all the rails installed as far as the upper wraparound there, and I got the 3 on the bottom. And those are mortise and tenon, and the tops are mitered. I have screwed everything and clamped. And you can see the diagonal clamp there. I had to make sure I got things square by putting a diagonal clamp from corner to corner to keep those hypotenuses the same length, and feeling pretty good about that. So onward, And I'm not sure, I was hoping to plan some drawers next, so maybe I should get all that worked out before I put the top on and the back. But it is getting heavy, but it's getting sturdy, so it's looking pretty good. And I'm going to continue here and see how things go. All right, well, when I glued things together, I also screwed, and the screws act as clamps, which is kind of a nice thing. But now I would like to sort of hide those, so I'm going to actually pull those out and drill a 1/2-inch hole and put a 1/2-inch plug over the top of each screw. So this is what it'll look like. And now it looks like maybe we doweled it and didn't screw it. All right, well, now it's time to take these plug tips off, and I've got them glued in. The glue's already dry, and now they're kind of hanging out. So I like to use a chisel, basically, and a mallet. And I put the bevel side of that chisel down, and I just kind of light tapping across, trying to just shear those nice and smooth. Top one, they'll happen pretty fast. And then from there, I'm just going to sand them. I'll hit them with some 80 grit or something and sand them nice and smooth. And I'd like to get this baby all cleaned up and sanded, maybe finished, and then I'll mount the top, bottom shelf. Still working out the drawers, so we'll see how that.
When I was 19, I almost died. It's weird to say this out loud.
Okay, hey, we got our bottom shelf cut out. We notched it around the back legs there, and it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty much ready to glue and screw it into place. You can see there should be, and gosh, if I was a hurting person, which sometimes I feel like I am, I could probably just crawl up right here and maybe just sleep for the night. Whew. So cold. Okay, well, I think I'm going to try to give everything a quick sand up here. I've got some 80 grit. I'm probably going to paint the whole thing, so I don't have to sand it too much detail. And I got one of these random orbital sanders, which spins and also kind of does this sort of thing. So makes things go a little faster. So here we go. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and mount the top on, and so that I can put this back in, and the back's going to be a pegboard, but I need to build that off of the top, and I could probably mount the shelf below now too. I was hoping to sand it sooner, but with weather the way it is, I'm going to have to sand it after the top and the bottom are mounted, but it'll work out fine. Told you it was cold. Look at that. All right, well, I got these drawer slides in. I guess it's going to be more of a kind of a shelf than a drawer, so it's not going to be very deep. But we got 30 inches wide, and we're going to have about 3 inches deep. So I think, kind of keep things light. All right, well, we got a sunny day today, so that's nice. I brought this baby outside, and you can see I've actually done some work. I didn't document there, the pegboard in the back. And today, though, we're looking with some, like I said, some sunny weather, so we're gonna sand, and I think I'm gonna paint it. I got two cans of paint. I got a green and I got a brown. Both are kind of light. I think both will look good. I'll see what we come up with once I crack into them. But that's the plan for today. Maybe a delivery tomorrow. I'm not sure. All right, well, here we go, out of here. Got it hefted into the back of the truck. Heading down for delivery. Woo.